Hi, this is Deborah Brooks with a workshop on connectors and transition words. These connectors and transition words give hints to the reader of what you mean when you change your ideas, when you are shifting time, shifting meaning, shifting from positive to negative, going on to the next item in a list. You need some transition words to let the reader know that that's what you're doing so that they can follow you more easily. Using transitions and connectors helps readers follow your ideas. English is what we call a reader-based language. That means that in English, we give the reader everything they need to be able to fully understand. There are some languages, like Japanese, where you don't have to say as much. You don't have to say the subject or the time or various things because everything is in context, and so the reader gets it that way. Or Arabic that doesn't have the vowels and you get it from context. In English, we say everything. We're repetitive, even to the point of boring sometimes, getting every point to the reader so that they can follow easily. It's our job as writers and speakers to make sure that our readers and listeners understand us. There are various ways that we signal these transitions. So here is one. You have important, even more important, and the most important. You can tell levels. You can say that you're starting the next point and that this is even more important, even a higher level. So this way you lead the reader through full understanding of your point. For example, my home is very important to me, but the people in the home are even more important to me. Grammar is important. Pronunciation is important. However, the most important of all is communication between people. You need enough good language so that you can get your ideas across. These words help the reader follow your ideas and get your full point. First, then, and finally are time transitions. I want to leave soon. First, we need to get the kids up. Then, we need to get everyone dressed and fed. Finally, we need to put all the stuff we need in the car so that we can go to the beach. If we want to go to the beach, there are certain steps we have to do. First, lets us know what the first beginning step is. Then is a second step. Finally is the last step. And you can have many words like this in a longer essay. You might have first, second, my third point is, finally. So you can have quite a few steps. This is a simple version of it, of a time sequence. This one, you have fact one, and the other hand is a competing fact. Apple is a U.S. company, so it adds to the total of the U.S. economy. On the other hand, the production is all done in China, so even though it is a U.S. company, it doesn't add enough to the total number of American jobs. We have a fact that it's a U.S. company, but we have a competing fact that the production is done in other countries. So fact one and a competing fact, we say on the other hand. Fact one and the other hand has a different idea. We have an opinion and a contrasting opinion. I think we should let everyone come into the country that wants to. In contrast, some people want to keep all new immigrants out of the country. there probably is a middle ground that would make more sense. So you have one opinion and you have a competing opinion, the opposite, contrasting opinion. You can have an action and then addition and furthering of your ideas. She started studying chemistry at Merritt College. In addition, she started working in a chemistry lab to get experience. She is also volunteering with a chemical research project to widen her knowledge base. She will do well. So this lets you know that this is a new idea. Again, in a longer essay, you would have a full paragraph or two, and then in addition, and a new point. 2 or 3 paragraphs also lets you know that that is a new and additional item. There are a lot of types of connectors that you can mix up and make your writing much more interesting. Let me show you this connectors chart. This chart shows 4 different types of words that can express the same type of transition. For example, if what you want to express is opposition, then you can use the coordinating conjunction, the fanboys, but. Crime is high in Oakland, but it is still a nice city. You can use a subordinating conjunction, although, despite the fact that, although Oakland has a high crime rate, most neighborhoods are pleasant and friendly. You can use conjunctive adverbs, which are not actually conjunctions. However, nonetheless, Oakland has beautiful nature. However, its high crime rate is what people hear about. And you can use prepositional phrases like despite and in spite of. Despite its beauty, all people hear about Oakland is its crime rate. Those all mean pretty much the same thing. I'm still expressing this one side and the other side. We have 2 different ideas that are in contrast, in opposition, but I can express those in several different ways. Also with the addition. So let's look at this next section about addition. We can use a fanboys, coordinating conjunction, and. Oakland has problems with crime, and it also has big problems with the city budget. You can use a conjunctive adverb, in addition, additionally, furthermore, moreover, also. Furthermore, the police have a bad reputation. Correlative conjunction is the not only but also. It's 2 parts that are correlated. Not only does Oakland have budget problems, but it also has police brutality issues. And a prepositional phrase, in addition to, along with, as well as. Along with the budget issues, Oakland also has problems with its police officers' behavior. So again, I'm trying to say more or less the same thing with using several different types of connectors and transitions. Now let's review the types of conjunctions. We have the fanboys, for and nor but or yet so, also called coordinating conjunctions. They're always second and always have a comma. They join 2 items in the middle. She's working hard, but she isn't making enough money. Use and to say addition, but to show contrast, or to show options, and so to show a result. The subordinating conjunctions can go first or last. You can switch them. They're also called subordinate clauses, dependent clauses, adverb clauses. They include when, while, because, so that, if, although, until, after, as, and many others. They can go first with a comma at the end of the clause. They can go after the main clause with no commas. Because he is studying hard, he will learn fast. He will learn fast because he is studying hard. There are conjunctive adverbs or adverbial connectors, like however, then, therefore, also, moreover, nevertheless. They're not conjunctions. They start an independent clause. They can go first followed with a comma. They can go after the main clause with a semicolon, showing that it really is a new sentence. So, for example, my family is coming to visit. Therefore, we will stay home tonight. My family is coming to visit. Therefore, we will stay home tonight. My family is coming to visit. We will stay home tonight, therefore. You can use it in any of those places. Not all of them can go in all of the places. The most common is the first. Period, therefore, comma, and the rest of your sentence. In addition, secondly, many of those words that start a new sentence showing a transition are conjunctive adverbs. They're not conjunctions, so you can't just connect them with a comma. Prepositions. Prepositions are followed by a noun. So you have despite, like, in addition. Prepositional phrases. A prepositional phrase can go at the beginning or the end of any clause. There's a comma if the phrase is before the main clause. Like my teachers, I prepare for my lessons in advance. I prepare for my lessons in advance like my teachers. Like my teachers is a prepositional phrase. So, now it's your turn. What you should do is practice using the 4 different types of connectors: the fanboys, the subordinate conjunctions, conjunctive adverbs, and prepositional phrases to express addition, contrast, and cause and effect. For addition, I work, I go to school. I work and I go to school. I work, period. I also go to school. I work, period. In addition, comma, I go to school. You can use many of the different connectors to express addition. To express contrast, rain is inconvenient, we need rain. Rain is inconvenient, period. However, comma, we need rain. Rain is inconvenient, comma, but we need rain. You can express cause and effect. The teachers are on strike and the kids are at home. Because the teachers are on strike, the kids are at home. The teachers are on strike, so the kids are at home. The teachers are on strike, period. As a consequence, comma, kids are at home. Let's look at the connectors chart one more time. So this connectors chart shows the 4 different ways that you can express opposition. 4 different ways you can express addition. 4 different ways you can express cause and effect. 4 different ways you can express comparison. 4 different ways you can express contrast. 2 ways to express conditions. And 3 ways to express examples. See if you can use all of those different ways to express the same thing. Unless you get a degree, you can't get a good job. If you don't have a degree, you'll be stuck in a low-paying job all of your life. These are two different ways to express the same thing. There are many different words you can choose. In your writing, you want to mix it up and make it more interesting. So see if you can use this chart to show to practice the different ways of expressing addition, contrast, and cause and effect. The answers to these options will be posted on the Canvas website.